Hey, what is up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here. If I had any guts at all, I'd be calling this video the John Cena Victory Party 2017. Oh, good old times back in the day. Be cashing checks right now. But John Cena heads into Battleground on Sunday up against Rusev, and none other than a United States versus, I always call him Russian, but I guess he's Bulgarian. But a flag match. A lot of talk been going on about this match as of late. The only talk that I really have about this match is there ain't no doubt in my mind that John Cena's winning this match. No way in the world Cena's losing this one. Cena, of course, made his return. I think he took a leave from wrestling right after WrestleMania. He pretty much engaged to Brie Bella. There was no follow-up on the John Cena and Miz storyline. Basically, the word was that he left to go make Daddy's Home 2, or whatever it was, the sequel to the Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg movie. At the end of that one, John Cena had a cameo showing up, becoming the new stepdad, and pretty much made you think that he was going to be moving in. So let's see where they can build on that from there. I didn't hear about Cena doing any other projects other than the Fox reality show, which is on for its second season now. And just like the first season, I see a commercial for it here and there along the way. WWE doesn't even really mention it. I don't really see any people in the normal world talk about it at all. I remember last year reading that it was one of the worst rated shows on Fox, but for some reason Fox wanted to bring it back, whether if it was it was cheap or if they just believed in it and thought that maybe it would be a second year success or something like that. But I honestly would be very, very surprised if that show comes back for another go round, but we'll have to see. This Sunday at the Battleground, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good show. As of right now, it looks like I'm going to be watching it. It'll be the first pay-per-view on the WWE Network that I've seen in a while, honestly, in a good little while. So you know, I remember last year when they came out with the Battleground sort of a commercial with, you know, the guys coming out with all of their flags. I honestly thought that was a really good idea. It caught a lot of people's attention. WWE Shop sold the wrestlers' flags for a little bit, so for them to bring a flag match to Battleground this year, be pretty cool. It'd be even cooler if they were still doing, you know, the Bash, and this was closer to around the 4th of July. You could really tie in the United States and John Cena, and, you know, bringing in the red, white, and blue and all of that. Honestly, you know, it doesn't hurt anybody to be going up against John Cena. You know that more than likely you're going to be taking the L in the feud. But Rusev is a guy that's had his go-rounds with Cena in the past. That's why it's easy for them to be put together. Of course, everybody can remember the road through WrestleMania 31, where at Fastlane, Rusev was able to beat John Cena by Lana throwing the shoe into the ring. And then I can't remember if Lana or Rusev kicked Cena in the nuts. But that was able to get him knocked out to the point where they put him in the... Shoot, what's Rusev's finisher's name? I haven't seen it in so long, I can't even remember what the fuck it's called. Put him in the camel clutch, is what I've always called it my whole life, being a Sergeant Slaughter fan. But, you know, put him in there, made him, he didn't tap out. Cena never taps out. I think Cena passed out. Which then led to the rematch at WrestleMania, where they had a match where Cena was able to win the United States Championship from Rusev. And then from there, I think they had 2 more matches. I think they had the strap match, which ended up being nothing like I thought it was going to be, with the television monitors in the corner, and I thought that was a horrible... It might have been a good idea, but just the strap match that people grew up on from the 70s and 80s, that you saw like Chief Wahoo McDaniel and Dusty Rhodes and guys like that have these great matches. We got modernized. It didn't really work out, you know, with the TVs in the corner to let you know who would touch what corners and all of that jazz. So, and I think after that, I think they had either a last man standing or a falls count anywhere. Some sort of a beat the piss out of the other guy for a while. And I always think of the match against Bray Wyatt, where Cena hit him and he fell into the box. The box fell on top of him, and that's what trapped him where he wasn't able to get up. So he still looks strong. I don't really remember how Rusev lost, but they had to have come up with some sort of cool idea. I mean, besides for that Four Corners match, the other matches were really good. You know, Rusev, of course, went out with the injury. You know, Lana has been doing her part to keep the act going with her trying to be a wrestler and a dancer or some shit like that. You know, Rusev made the video where he basically said he wasn't going to come back until Shane McMahon granted him a championship match, and he wanted to have it at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Shane ended up never even answering the video, even though WWE publicized the video, putting it on their website, writing a story about it, tweeting about it, putting it on their Facebook. So they acknowledged it, just Shane McMahon had better things to do. Rusev just appears out of the middle of nowhere, goes up against John Cena. I'm guessing he's thinking that if he beats Cena, then he'd be in line to get a championship shot, because, of course, Cena's the man. But I don't think that's going to happen. I'm looking forward to seeing a good match at Battleground, but there's no way in the world that Cena's going to lose this one. Lots of talk out there about, you know, every match that you see Cena in is going to be one closer to his being his last run. Him being over 40 now, and, you know, the bumps take a toll on you, and, you know, the checks roll in for making those movies. It looks like John Cena's turning into that hypocrite that he basically talked about The Rock being when they built up to WrestleMania 28. I don't know who is out there to do this with, but you know there's money on the table to be made. If Cena does go away for a while, he misses a WrestleMania here or there along the way, and then they finally are able to bring him back for that one match. If it is, you know, Roman Reigns, or if it is Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, it'll be fun. It'll be one to remember with. But Cena versus Rusev. Got my money on Cena. And I'll see you guys after Battleground. Peace out, everybody.